Birds with the feather, they what? All flock together. Guard the feathers. Psalms 141, chapter 141. No taking back the words. Once upon a time, a peasant known for gossiping and telling half-truths ran to priests asking for help. I want to retract all the evil things I've spoken and make peace with Father and my neighbors for my vicious words. Asking the man to meet him in the churchyard, the priest went to his room and retrieved a pillow. Standing before the peasant, the priest tore open the pillow and let the feathers fly. The gentle breeze carried the feathers everywhere. The priest instructed the peasant to retrieve the feathers. After hours of trying unsuccessfully to retrieve the feathers, the peasant returned to the priest. The priest said, "Words out of the mouth fly like the feathers in the wind, and no matter how good your intentions of retrieving all the ill-spoken things, there is no way to do so. Set a guard." David said to the Lord, "Set a guard, O Lord, over my mouth. Keep watch over the door of my lips." Psalms 141, chapter 141, verse 3. David had asked Father to help him keep control of the words he's spoken. In other terms, there's other people in the Bible that says, "Circumcise my tongue, bridle thy Father, bridle thy mouth, or bridle my mouth." I gotta get that thy King James out of my head, man. Control the words he spoke. "Lest I sin with my tongue." He also vowed, "I will restrain my mouth with a muzzle." Psalms 39, verse 1. The validity test of every conversation is our words spoken, and that word was validity. Test of every conversation is are the words spoken absolute truth? Are they necessary? Are they kind? Will they bring glory to Father? Philippians 4, chapter 4, verse 8. If our conversation does not meet these criteria, then we should change our words. To change is completely within our power, because the mouth will only speak what the brain gives it permission to say, because we built ourselves to thinking more than to just believing in what our heart is saying. Because the true tongue of Father is in the heart. The tongue leads to the heart. You could tell someone by their fruits. Words have power. There is power in the spoken word. Death and life are in the power of the tongue. Do not curse your brother. Bless your brother. Blessing people, doing more blessings is speaking more life, giving more life. Cursing is throwing stones at your brother or sister. You don't want to curse. Feed the sheep. We feed them with life. We don't beat them. Are in the power of the tongue, and those who love it will eat its fruit. So you can tell who likes eating the fruit of bitterness, because they like talking about death and all that type of stuff. And you'll know who eats the fruits of life, because they'll speak optimistic. They're very optimistic, extremely optimistic people. They don't give up. They want to know the truth as bad as you do. Proverbs 18:21. By JUXTAPOSING, two radical alternatives, life and death. The scripture tells us what effects we can have on others by slandered words, gossiping. We can slay all the good one person has done, and breathe new life into another by speaking words of hope and encouragement. The most powerful responsibility of the mouth is in the answer, the call to salvation. Is salvation for everyone? No. It is only for those who confess with their mouths the Lord Christ, or the Lord Christ had believed in their hearts that Father has raised him from the dead. So Father also raised us from the dead. Romans chapter 10, verse 9. The Pharisee, if we say, is recorded many times in the Bible because what we say controls our destiny, physically, spiritually, and internally. When you wake up in the morning, do you say, "This is a day that the Lord has made"? I say it. This is a day that the Father has made. Let us, not me, let us rejoice and be glad in it. Or, oh boy, another day at work. What a grand. The Bible addressed many of these diseases of the tongue: excessive talking, excessive thinking. Proverbs chapter 10, verse 19, idle or careless words. Matthew chapter 12, verse 36, lying. Revelations chapter 21, verse 8, and deceptive flattery. Proverbs 29, verse 5. Our words will come back to us. Father will make us account for every word on Judgment Day. For every idle word men may speak, they will give account of it in the day of judgment. For by your words you will be justified, and by your words you will be condemned. Matthew chapter 12, verse 36, verse 37. Our words, like feathers in the wind, can never be retrieved once they are set free. We need to set guard over our mouths. True agape love is self-control. Self-control is in another form they said back in the day of circumcise your tongue. Do not bash people's ears. Bashing. Don't bash the sheep. Feed the sheep. We're not supposed to bash. What does it say about bashing? We're not supposed to bash. I'm pulling foxtails out of my wool socks because it's cold as crap out here and rainy and wet, but I'm praising him in the storm. I didn't have to tell you guys that. You guys knew that. But, we gotta be like these foxtails. See, these foxtails have seeds in them. They carry this seed, and it sits right behind this long black thing. Everything here has a seed, and the seed's right here. And that seed attached to us, and then it falls off in certain places, providing something for someone else. So, there's something with that. Father just put that in my mind. But guard the feathers. 141. 1, 4, and 1. Oh wait, that makes 6. That was a message to man. Saying, you better be watching, guard your mind, guard your eyes, guard your ear, guard your tongue. We have to guard a lot of stuff. How do we guard it? With Father. If we speak nothing but Father and speak out of the Bible, we're guarding everything. The way we're thinking, the way we're seeing, the way we're hearing, because we're speaking out loud when we read this. so we can actually put it in our stubborn brain. You know, it's amazing. But anyways, peace, love, light. Oh, throw it back at you.